Good morning. I am behind the wheel of the new Hyundai Santa Fe, or Hyundai. One thing I want to show you guys is the graphics when you switch the drive mode. So this is comfort mode now, and it's actually a digital screen. And just now I was fiddling around with it. Let me show you. When I press the drive mode, ooh, I press again. So all it does is probably operate at a lower gear, but I don't feel that. See, I'm at 2,500 RPM, going 100 km/h. I go to comfort, it's the same. I go to eco, the transmission ratios remain the same. Okay, it's one gear lower. Yep, I see the RPM goes up when I go into sport mode. One thing why I couldn't tell is that soundproofing on this car is so good. It is so good that if you're just rolling out of your house, you start the car, you roll out of your house, just your neighborhood roads, and you're not throttling the car or whatever, you're just feathering the throttle, right? It is so smooth and quiet. It gives you the sensation of being smooth and quiet because it completely isolates out transmission or engine noise or any sort of vibration coming from the front. Now this is the petrol variant, 2.4 litre port injection engine. Not very powerful, but still respectable, 170 over horsepower and 225-ish Newton meters of torque. It's not very torquey, not very high horsepower, but they tune it to be very smooth and comfortable to drive. And they gave it those Japanese car ultra sensitive throttle pedal, so you will feel that the car is very torquey, which actually is just the throttle being rather sensitive. And the brakes are sensitive as well. Sometimes I caught myself doing that, but I think it's just 1 week of ownership will get you operating comfortably. Okay, so on these hilly roads, uphill, downhill, I can roughly hear the transmission downshifting, doing that. This is a 6-speed transmission, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 6-speed. And I think the diesel you get an 8-speed. Right, you get more ratios to play with. This is just 6-speed. And overall, so far, my first impression is very positive. Is the car as competitively priced as previous Santa Fe's? This is about 190,000 ringgit. So in terms of what you get and what they charge you, in terms of equipment levels and power, it's okay-ish, for 190,000 for a Hyundai. But if it's for the driving experience, the quietness, the comfort levels, the serenity inside here, it is right up there. This car is almost as quiet and as comfortable as my Volvo, which is nice. But of course, because it doesn't have a lot of power, it has to be smart with the transmission. I'm going about 90 km/h now, and it's at 4,000 RPM just now because of this uphill. So, but it's so subdued, you can hardly hear. Okay, now you hear it. When I'm revving it, you hear it. If I'm not wrong, this is front wheel drive. Cars like these where they isolate you and insulate you from everything. You can hardly tell by listening or feeling, Okay, handling. Hyundais and Kias have had no issues with handling already. I mean, even the previous gen, Tucson or Elantra or whatever, they all handle pretty well. They all handle well. Comfortable to drive, easy to judge, accurate steering. They're all fine. As you can tell, this is the road we use for our uphill test. Alright? Can I? Is the lorry going in? Is it? It's not. Okay, bye-bye. Alright, let's see how the car drives. Okay, then now you hear the transmission revving, okay? So I know this is not a car that is supposed to be doing this, but we want to see how they drive, right? Very tidy. Good tires. Good tires. Let me see how. So you can hear it revving. Now that's the max. That's the max. I don't get any more acceleration out of it. It's already making some noise. Body control is really good. Very tidy handling. Very nice. No pedal shifters. Wow. See, it's pretty comfortable, but yet, just now as I was turning left and right, not a lot of body roll that troubles me. Nice. Excuse-moi. Thank you. Oh, it screams. When I do that, it screams. Now, putting a 2.4 liter port injection engine in a huge SUV like this, what do you get? I get 15.2 liters per 100 km. And I believe it will be slightly higher after this drive. Thank you. And then it takes some time to get back your speed, because it's a naturally aspirated engine and not a direct injection. Small problems, I believe. Manages it well. Oh, the car does have a very good chassis. Pretty good. Not enough power for its handling capabilities. Alright, it handles well. It has a great platform. A delight to drive, but power. And your only option to get more power is to go for the diesel. The diesel will come with four-wheel drive, and but it won't rev the car like that, you know. But this one, even revving, you don't get much increase in speed, so. That's the trade-off. I mean, if they introduce any turbocharged engine, the Theta 2 turbocharged engine, then that would mean that prices will go northbound. So far, my morning impression of this car, is it worth buying at 190,000? Yes. But Con also brought a car that is at 190,000, have 2 seats less. And that one is a 2.5 liter turbocharged car. That would be brilliant. Hello. really nice. There's no steering feel. Don't expect that in modern cars like these. Alright, and because of the great soundproofing, I can't really hear if the tires are protesting. You know, I can't hear it. But nevertheless, very good chassis, very good handling, very nice to drive on highway, nice to drive on slow roads, comfortable car, extremely comfortable car, very good body control. See, even like that, there's not much of body roll. Look at that. I can do a directional change immediately if I want to, but of course not pushing not having too big of a steering angle, of course. Most of the time I'm feathering the brakes just to prepare myself in case the front car makes some lane change for fear of the Korean monster coming from behind. Now this car looks really good. There is a little bit of that monster look to it, but it looks good nonetheless, right? So yeah, we're about done. Nice. The engine revs, but that's no choice because it's not a turbocharged car, it's not a diesel. You know, it can only compensate with revs to give output. I'm surprised a 7-seater like this, and coming from Hyundai, it has such great composure. The Japanese really need to put in some hard work in their cars, seriously. Apart from Mazda, you know. And the good thing is we all tried Toyota's new TNGA, and those are really good. But for others, I hope. Yep. Let's do the walk around.